So I got a visit from my pastor recently about giving more money to the church, and then it occurred to me, my wife is my pastor, and furthermore, what is that new gold Lexus doing in the driveway? Yes, indeedy, it is Church Sign Epic Fails time once again, and this time it is the Show Me the Money edition, and we all know that church and money go together about as well as picnic and fire ants. So let's get right to it, shall we? First is Panhandle Baptist Church, and I gotta tell you, at this church, they do offering a little differently. Instead of passing the little plates around in the pews, they actually have their deacons stand out on the street corner with a piece of cardboard, and they put the money in a paper sack. Next, we have Presbyterian Church, and their sign is very straight to the point. It says, "Show me the money." I'm not sure if this is like a sermon title for prosperity gospel kind of thing on Sunday, or if this is actually some sort of like fundraising ploy, but I think it's always a great idea for churches to pull phrases from movies about greedy, money-grubbing sports agents. Always a good connection to make. Next, we have St. Mary's Catholic Church, and they are celebrating Stewardship Sunday by reminding us that no one ever became poor by giving. This coming from the Catholics, whose leadership has to take a vow of poverty, and then they get chauffeured around in their own cars, get a parsonage to live in, get the cool red shoes, and even live in a big palace of marble in the middle of Italy. Now that, I gotta tell you, is the kind of poverty I think I could live with. This next one is a bulletin board inside of a church, and I gotta say, they are taking a different approach to squeezing the dollars out of their folks. It says, "Will a man rob God?" Malachi 3:8, and it is the non-tithers board. Ah yes, the good old board of shame. And I should add that in addition to being put on the non-tithers board list, they also get their tires slashed, they get half portions at all the potluck dinners, and the elders actually spit in their little tiny communion cups. The next one seems to be at a campsite, but of course you cannot have a good Christian camp without a tithe barn. Just stick your envelope under the chicken and walk away slowly. St. Andrew's Episcopal Church has a sign that says, "Net income tithing only gets you net abundant blessings." Now, instead of cash, I actually started putting Groupons in the offering plate because I decided if anybody could use a facial, a night out, and a Brazilian wax, it's God. You're welcome, God. And finally, Southern Heights Baptist Church says, "Tithe if you love Jesus. Anyone can honk." So now, instead of putting my tithe in the offering plate at church, I've decided to give it directly to God, so I throw all the money straight up in the air. And it seems like every single time I do that, no matter what, it all comes right back down to me again. Thanks, God, prosperity gospel works after all. Well, I am spent. Guess that's all we've got this week. Tune in next time for another Church Sign Epic Fails.